Quitting coffee was my cheat code to unlock endless energy. 3 weeks ago, I decided to give up my long time habit of drinking caffeine and coffee every single day in the morning. It started out 10 years ago when I was in university. Before university, I drank coffee, but it was just instant coffee. There was no much substance to it, there was no much strength to it, so it didn't affect me as much. But in university, when I had to write exams together. Sometimes they're all crammed up on the same day or on multiple days, and I had to study all night and I had to finish multiple assignments on a very tight deadline. During those times, I resorted to drinking coffee because I wanted to stay up all night and I wanted to finish those assignments and get ready for the exams. So it started out as a one time thing and then eventually became a weekly occurrence and then weekly to daily, and that continued on even after my graduation because at that point I'm already hooked into coffee. And I used to just tell myself, just a coffee, I'm not addicted. I can give it up anytime. I used to delude myself like that. But anyways, fast forward to my working years, I was drinking coffee every day, and especially when I was in this mode of the hustle culture where I used to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning to go to the gym. During those time, I heavily relied on coffee and caffeine products such as pre-workouts. So nonetheless, it's safe to say that I was deeply addicted to the use of caffeine and coffee for the last 10 years. Recently, as I've started to do more meditation practices, I became self-aware of my habits, what I'm consuming, of what effects it has to my body. And I noticed that coffee was number one contributing factor to the adverse effects of my energy levels. So when I drank coffee, yes, I had this boost of, you can say, adrenaline or like the focus, but it doesn't last long and it just comes crashing down and then it just ruins the entire day if I don't refuel myself with more caffeine. I wanted to give it up for a very long time for the last 2, 3, 4 years. I used to not drink it, and then the withdrawal effects would start coming. I would get headaches, and then eventually I would succumb to the caffeine again, and I would start to drink it again. And I would delude myself, you know what? It's okay. This pleasure of little bit in the morning, it's okay. Like makes life worth living. So I used to delude myself like that. But anyways, like I said in my last video, I've been doing meditation for 2 hours every single day. Especially, I've been doing very intense Kriya Yoga. So the Kriya Yoga works on your energy level. And when you do Kriya Yoga every single day, you automatically have lots of energy. The energy is so much in your body that any sort of external stimulant only makes you even more anxious and out of control. I have to say that even before doing this Kriya Yoga and this meditation practices, drinking coffee made me very anxious. I used to overthink a lot. I used to get stressed out too easily. I used to be too neurotic, but I couldn't help myself. I'm like, I'm addicted to this. So I just kept on consuming this coffee. And it was only after that I started doing the Kriya Yoga, it became unbearable. I even, like, I tried to limit the coffee amount from 2 cups to 1 cup to half a cup to even less than a half a cup. No matter how much I reduced, like any sort of uh, intake of caffeine, any amount of intake of caffeine was just throwing me off. It was just way too much. And I decided, you know what, I cannot continue this because that's not the best way to live. To be anxious all the time, to be overthinking all the time, to get stressed out more easily. I don't want to have that trigger in place. So I decided to once and for all give up caffeine. So it's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, I did that. How's my journey so far? First day was very tough. I had a strong withdrawal symptoms. I felt cold. I felt weak. It's almost like I was sick. I have a flu or something like that. Like very strong headaches, but I pushed through it. Second day was better. Third day was like the headache was completely gone, and ever since that, I never went back to it. Luckily, the withdrawal symptoms for me only lasted for 1 or 2 days because I started to cut down the coffee gradually. But if you're drinking 2, 3 cups, 4 cups, and you want to just go cold not drink coffee, then it's going to be very difficult for you. So one advice that I can give you is you need to taper it down. So especially if you're a heavy coffee drinker, you drink one, two, three, 4 cups a day, you have to reduce it down gradually. So within a 2 to 3 weeks time, give yourself time. Like first week, reduce it by 1 cup. And the second week, maintain half a cup, and then the third week, less than half a cup, and then fourth week, just completely cut it off. So that way, the withdrawal symptoms is not dragged out. I heard for some people it takes for weeks, but I'm not sure. And another thing that can help you is during your withdrawal symptoms, drink a lot of water, hydrate yourself, and take plenty of rest, because you will need to rest yourself because your body is going through this change. And if you don't accommodate, if you don't let your body rest in this period of time, it's going to be very stressful for you. So give yourself time and space for you to rest and recover from your coffee addiction. And third is that don't delude yourself thinking that a little bit of coffee is okay, it's just enjoyment of life, it enriches my life. I call it BS, because if you are self aware, you're going to notice that coffee does more harm to you than good. Like I said, it gives you a very short burst of energy. That's it. It just masks your whatever you're deprived of. Some people, they drink coffee because they're deprived of sleep. They don't sleep enough. So they think that by drinking coffee they can fix that problem. It doesn't work like that. When you cut off caffeine, you're going to be more mindful of your underlying conditions and issues that you have to work at at the root to fix the that issue. So for example, like if you're sleep deprived, you're going to see that you're going to be so sleepy and it's going to be so hard for you to stay awake. Instead of you running back to coffee, you're going to just have to figure out a way to get more sleep in. Listen to your body, because eventually that's going to help you unlock a massive, infinite source of energy within yourself that is constant. There's no crash like coffee, up and down. That doesn't happen. This energy, infinite energy, is just always there. I can just tap into it. Even just like, holding my fingers together, I can feel the energy pulsing. So right now, the sensations that I have when I hold this is that it's like you're touching a live electrical wire, a live electrical socket. Super powerful. You have the ability to tap into the energy. It nourishes you from the inside, and it can help you accomplish so much more than what you could do if you're on caffeine. So I want to make this video as a sort of a motivation or an inspiration for you to take up, up take up upon this challenge to give up coffee and see what effects it has on you. You will find these benefits helpful to you in accomplishing your life. You don't have to be addicted to coffee your entire life. And by the way, I have a fun fact to share. Coffee was made famous during the industry revolution to make the people more productive. So it's in a way it's like slavery drug. It's made popular to squeeze out the productivity of people. So we live in a completely different time. We live in an age of internet and artificial intelligence. It's more about using our creativity than to be a slave to the system. So we have to adjust to the time. Don't get stuck behind. Don't be a slave. Don't drink the slavery poison. Instead, choose alternative way of living where you have infinite source of energy to create whatever you want. And also, one bonus piece of information that I want to share is that in your journey of quitting coffee, you can replace that with a herbal tea. I drink fresh mint leaves and salvia. Salvia is a Californian sage. So I grow that in my garden. So you can easily grow that mint leaf and Californian sage in your garden. If you don't have a garden, just get a flower pot and grow it indoors. Having those fresh mint and salvia helped me with the withdrawal symptoms. It gave me more energy and medicinal benefit in my journey. So use this as an invitation to give up on coffee and see what effects it has in your life. Until next time, my friends, be fearless.